If you're like me, you want to feel strong, youthful, full of energy, no matter what the birth certificate says, right? Well, the good news is that you can absolutely turn back the clock on your metabolism. And today, I'm going to share some of the best ways that you can do that.
Welcome to REV Your Metabolism with Alicia Murphy. I'm Alicia, your host, creator of Stress Monkey Fitness, the REV method, and your go-to health coach for being super fit and unstoppable after 40. With 15 years of rocking the fitness and nutrition industry, plus overseeing the wellness program for a major shoe company, I'm here to share my knowledge with you. Are you ready to join me on an exciting journey to restore your metabolism, boost your health, and turn back the aging clock? On this podcast, we'll unlock the secrets to boundless energy, burning more fat naturally, and feeling confident in your own skin. Get ready to soak up simple yet powerful strategies that will transform your health and fitness game. These tips will be a game changer, so hang on to your hats and glasses. And do not forget to hit that follow button so you won't miss any of our amazing tips and tricks. All right, let's rev it up.
Hey there. Welcome back to REV Your Metabolism. I'm your buddy, Coach Alicia, and today we're going to talk about something that I know is on our minds: aging. Yep, we all want to feel youthful, vibrant, full of energy, right? Well, what if I told you that you can actually turn back the clock on your metabolism and feel more like your younger self again? Yeah, that's right. Today's episode is all about how to defy aging by boosting your metabolism. We're going to dive into the science, practical tips, and fun ways to stay youthful. And here's the kicker. I've got a juicy little tip for you later on in the show that just might blow your mind. So stick with me because it's something that you'll want to start doing like today. But before we get to that, let's kick things off with one of my favorite parts of the show, our little game of Back to Fiction, baby! All right, here's how it works. Most of you already know, but just in case this is your first time here, I'm going to throw out some statements about aging and metabolism, and it's up to you to figure out whether they're fact or fiction. So play along wherever you are. Hopefully you're out walking and enjoying yourself while we're talking about this important topic. But let's see how well you know your stuff. You ready? Number one. After the age of about 40, your metabolism slows down, and there's nothing you can do to change that. What do you think? Fact or fiction? That's fiction. Yeah, sure, metabolism slows down a bit as we age, but we have way more control over it than most people think. So stick around because you're in the right place. Today I'm going to share some ways that you can help to keep your metabolism revved up, and that's coming later in the show. All right, number two, fact or fiction? Strength training is one of the most effective ways to boost your metabolism after 40. What do you think? Fact or fiction? That's a fact. Yes. River, you got it. Strength training is a metabolic game changer. I'm going to explain why in just a few minutes. So if you're skipping those weights, girl, we need to talk. Remember also that lean muscle is the secret to healthy metabolic health. Healthy metabolic health. You know what I'm trying to say. And it's also one of the keys to longevity. It's a BFD, a big effing deal. All right, so here we go. Let's talk about defying aging with metabolic boosting. So We're not going to be talking about things like retinol and taking magnesium supplements. This is all going to be based on the impact that boosting your metabolism has on helping you to stay youthful and defy aging. Okay, let's get into it, Rever. We've all heard the saying, age is just a number, right? Well, that's especially true when it comes to your metabolism. For reals, transparency here, you may not be able to stop the clock entirely, but you can dramatically slow down the effects of aging by giving your metabolism the love and attention it deserves. Now, I'll tell you, this is the good news. One of the biggest myths out there is that once you hit 40, it's like over, all downhill from there. That's nonsense. We're going to bust that myth wide open today. So what's the secret sauce to turning back the clock? It's all about making sure your body is functioning like a well-oiled machine, keeping your metabolism fired up, your hormones balanced, and your energy high. So here we go. Tip number 1. Are you ready for it? Okay. So tip number 1, and this, you're going to be like, oh, okay. Mobility is a must. All right. And the reason I'm starting with that is because if you're not moving right, then any type of exercise you're doing, you're reinforcing that dysfunctional movement. So this is something that's often overlooked, mobility. Mobility exercises are more than just a way to loosen up or stretch. They're essential for keeping your joints healthy, maintaining flexibility, and actually boosting your metabolism. When you include mobility in your routine, you're not only helping your body stay limber, but you're also ensuring that your muscles and joints are functioning optimally. Mobility helps your muscles and joints to work together seamlessly. So think about mobility movement as moving the joints to improve the range of motion. Think about it. If your body is stiff and tight, you're not moving as efficiently, which means you're burning fewer calories throughout the day. So simple mobility exercises like hip circles or shoulder rolls or ankle rotations can make a huge difference. And the best part, it's so easy to fit it into your daily routine. So if you want to feel youthful, keep your muscles moving efficiently, which in turn will help your metabolism, then don't skip your mobility work. And what I'm going to do is a link in the show notes, a link to a couple of mobility videos from yours truly. Yes, your buddy, the Stress Monkey, Alicia. Super duper important. And you can make it as simple as just taking like 5 minutes. I like to do mobility in the morning. So you can make it as simple as, 5 minutes of mobility 5 days a week in the morning. Or at the very least, before you exercise, you want to include mobility movements, and then we save the stretching until after the workout. Okay. Number 2 tip, prioritize protein. This is such a big hole that I see, and there's a lot of talk about this now, but I want to make sure that you're actually taking action on this tip. Now, I know we've touched on the protein before, but it's worth repeating. After 40, your body needs more protein to maintain or even to build lean muscle and keep your metabolism on track. Protein is essential for muscle repair and growth, which means it plays a huge role in how efficiently your body burns fat. Not to mention that protein keeps you full longer. So it's also a great way to control your calorie intake. Make sure you're incorporating high quality protein in every meal, whether it's from lean meats, fish, plant-based sources. And I'm even okay with you having protein supplements like protein powder just to get enough protein in it. It's that important. It's one of the easiest ways to support your metabolism, help you build lean muscle mass which in turn will help you have a youthful body composition. And quick tip here, remember that our bodies are best at something called protein synthesis in the morning hours. Protein synthesis simply means your body taking the amino acids from the protein you're eating and turning it into lean muscle. So please make sure you're getting a high protein breakfast. Take advantage of that opportunity of your body's ability to make muscle easier, more efficiently in the morning hours. I'm going to say shoot for anywhere from minimum 25 grams of protein, anywhere up to 50 or 60 grams of protein at breakfast. All right. The stress resilience secret is coming up. I promised you a juicy tip earlier, and I'm about to spill the tea. But first, let me ask you, how in sync is your metabolism? If you're curious about how your metabolism is doing these days, I've got just the thing for you, my quiz. How in sync is your metabolism? And when I say in sync, I'm not talking about ba, 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 ba. I don't know. You know I'm talking about that song. Is that in sync? I really hope so. So this quiz will help you figure out where you're at and give you customized tips based on your answers to get things back on track. So you're going to head over to stressmonkey.com/quiz or click the link in the show notes to take the quiz and find out how in sync your metabolism really is. And remember, stressmonkey.com is spelled with two E's rather than EY. So that's stressmonkey with two E's.com/quiz. It's fun. I love taking quizzes. Do you want to do another fact or fiction? Just one? Want to? Come on. It's fun, right? I think it's really a good time. And let's see if you've been listening. All right? Here we go. Mobility exercises can boost your metabolism and keep you feeling youthful. What's your guess? Fact or fiction? Yes, Rever. You have been listening. That's a big, fat fact. Mobility, remember, is one of the key ways to keep your metabolism and your body feeling youthful. So fit it in. Sweet, sweet Rever. Like I said, if you have no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to mobility, go down, scroll down to the show notes, the description area, whatever you want to call it, from this podcast episode, and you will be able to find a couple of different mobility sessions. Okay, here we go. Tip number 3. And I have more tips after this, a couple more, but I really want to include this because most people aren't going to think about this as a key to being youthful. So let's dive into this game-changing tip. It's all about stress resilience. Yep, stress is one of the biggest factors in how your body ages. But here's the good news. You have a lot of power over how stress affects you. So you see, when we talk about stress, most of us think about things like work deadlines, family responsibilities, or just the daily grind, right? But the real issue is how our bodies react to the stress. When we are in a constant state of fight or flight, our stress hormones like cortisol stay elevated. Over time, this wreaks havoc on your metabolism, your energy, and your ability to burn fat. So how do we change this? The answer is, rather than thinking of how do I avoid stress, because isn't that a delusional thought? Give me a break. Most of the things that stress us out are not within our control. So rather than thinking, how do I avoid stress, think, how do I become more stress resilient? How do I build that stress resilience, right? Taming that stress monkey. And learn how to reframe stress. This means taking control of how you react to stressful situations and training your brain and body to handle it more effectively. Now, one of my favorite ways to help myself build stress resilience is exercise. Because exercise is actually a stressor on your body, but it is a stressor that your body craves. And the type of stressor it is actually helps to improve your body's stress resilience. So in other words, by you subjecting your body to this small stressor, exercise, you're actually helping your body to become like a stress warrior. The more you can build that stress warrior, the better you'll be able to react to stressors that you cannot control. Another great tool, so you think about, I like to explain, we want to tame our stress monkey, because stress monkey is fight or flight, but we need that stress monkey. In fact, we would die without any stress in our life. It's just that we want the right kinds of stress in our life. So we need to build that resilience by utilizing the right kinds of stress in our life. Again, like exercising is an example. But we also want the opposite side of that coin is our rest and digest stress response, which I call the Zen monkey. So it's all about how do I tame my stress monkey by building more resiliency? And then how do I love my Zen monkey by incorporating stress management techniques, by incorporating things that bring me joy, by incorporating things that help me to come down from that fight or flight. One of my favorite tools for this is deep breathing. Simple, right? But here's the deal. When you take slow breaths, specifically slow exhales, you're signaling to the body that you're safe, which helps to lower cortisol levels and calm your nervous system. Very simply put, make your exhales longer than your inhales. Do that until you start to feel calm. Again, you're signaling your body, I'm cool, everything's all right. That's some Zen monkey time for you right there. Now, another way, it's a mindset shift, is reframing stress by viewing challenges as opportunities for growth. Instead of seeing stress as something negative, start thinking of it as a way to build your strength, build your resiliency, and remind yourself that you've done hard things before, that you're strong, that you can handle this. Start talking to yourself differently, almost like you're developing a warrior mentality. I am unstoppable. I can do anything when I set my mind to it. I am strong. This shift in perspective not only helps you manage stress better, but the fact that your body is not reacting to stress in such a harmful and negative way has a direct impact on your metabolism, helping you to stay youthful and energized. You see what I did there? That connection. Okay, let's move on to tip number 4. Strength training is your best friend. This is arguably one of the most powerful tips. Some of you might be thinking, but I don't want to get bulky. Trust me, you won't. In fact, strength training will help you to build lean muscle, which is a huge booster of your metabolism. More lean muscle equals more calories burned, even when you're just chilling. So if you're not lifting weights yet, it is time to start. Not only does lean muscle help you to burn more calories, it helps you to protect your body from falls. It keeps your bones stronger. It increases your metabolic health. And guess what? Only 12% of Americans are considered to be metabolically healthy. So we got to lift weights. There is no way around it. And the quality of your lean muscle mass is directly linked to your longevity. And again, I'm going to link an entire playlist of workouts. Great workouts to do at home. They're all strength-based. We start with a mobility warm-up for every workout, and we finish with a cool down and breathing to help you balance your stress response before you go out into your day. They are awesome. So you want to make sure that you are checking that out. Okay, now let's move on. We're going to talk about Sleep. I know this is a tough one because some of you are like, oh my gosh, I can't, I'm just not getting, it's impossible for me. This is really important because if this isn't into place, the other things aren't going to work right. Not only is your metabolism going to be more sluggish, but your body will automatically already be in a higher state of stress. And we just talked about the stress. So we can't talk about defying aging without mentioning sleep. Sleep is your body's time to repair, restore, balance out those stress hormones, and balance out your metabolic hormones. Without enough quality sleep, your metabolism takes a big hit. So make sure you're prioritizing sleep, create a bedtime routine that allows you to truly wind down, whether turning off electronics an hour before bed, doing some light stretching, make sure your room is dark and cool, make sure your bed's comfy. You want to make sleep a top priority for your metabolic health. All right, and then the last tip number 6, is move your body. Move your body. I'm not talking about long hours of cardio. I'm talking about just focusing on adding daily movement anywhere and any time you have a chance. Parking your car far away from the store, taking the stairs, having a quick dance break. You know I do that a lot. That can help keep your body and your metabolism high gear, and every little bit counts. And remember, we've talked about this before as well, that non-exercise activity thermogenesis, something called NEAT for short, that simply means all movement outside of intentional exercise. So taking out the trash, doing the laundry, washing the dishes, gardening. That type of movement accounts for 15 to 20% of how many calories your body burns per day. So that means the more movement you have in your day, the more metabolically active your body is. And remember, this podcast today is about your metabolism's effect on helping you to defy aging. So get in that movement. All right. I mean, we've covered some pretty powerful tips today, from incorporating mobility into your routine, building stress resilience, prioritizing sleep, strength training, getting in that movement, all to keep your metabolism running strong. Oh, and prioritizing protein. Remember, you have the power to take control of how you age. And it all starts with small, consistent habits. Don't forget to head over to stressmonkey.com/quiz to take my quiz. How in sync is your metabolism? Get personalized tips just for you, Rever. All right, well, that's it for today's episode of REV Your Metabolism. I hope you feel motivated to take action, start incorporating these tips into your life. Make sure to hit subscribe. Share this episode with your friends and keep revving that metabolism. All right, until next time, stay strong, stay vibrant, and keep defying aging. Bye for now.